After a whopping 9 years immersed in Dungeon and Stone, the unbeatable role-playing game, Hansu Lee hits the climax, the dungeon of the ultimate boss. But hold on, as he cracks open the gate, a surprising message declares his tutorial done. And just like that, he's living the life of Bjorn Yandel, an actual barbarian in the game. Get ready for an epic journey as Hansu navigates the wild laws of this fictional realm. The adventure has just begun. When they face a group of adventurers in the middle of forest, Bjorn bewilders by their number and the menacing aura they pose. He swiftly asserts that these people are dangerous. He then turns to Misha and inquires her if she will follow his lead. Misha does not need a moment to pay heed, and she aptly responds that yes, she will. Although it can be an unnecessary worry, however, Bjorn cannot rule out his sixth sense, which has been continuously warning Bjorn against the threat the opponents are likely to pose. Coming to a conclusion, Bjorn decides to leave with Misha in order to avoid any mess. However, will the men let him leave so easily? I bet not. Intrigued by the sudden departure, the men contemplate if they were to suppose them. How considerate of a young girl lost in the middle, huh? On the flip side, Bjorn's instincts are screaming out loud, "Dude, them are some threat. Real bad people." He is quick to turn down their offer of help and shouts out that, "We don't need your help, fellas. We are doing fine by ourselves." He asks Misha to leave with him, however, before he can take a step ahead, a dagger comes his way, and he uses his, like Captain America, saving his agent Romanoff. The throw brought him to realization that he is not up against some ordinary adventurer. They are pretty good at shooting daggers. Not all heroes wear capes, like the man standing behind adventurer Bait, who quickly bloody snubs his fellow adventurer on why is she shooting at them. However, the equipment equipped by Bjorn has got her arse eye, like a Ferrari for some gold-digging chick. Our hero is carrying Rittenuum-made gear worth a buggering huge exchequer. Is our hero inspired by Tony Stark? Or something? Well, coming back to the story, the man standing behind Bait reminds others that they are fellow adventurers, and we must abstain from hurting each other. The man with the beard sees the kid as a loser and warns him that if he cannot handle the intense fights, he can get his crap and leave. They now turn their gaze and contemplate what the barbarian is carrying in the backpack. Is he some Dora the Explorer kind of guy, shooting travel vlogs? One of the men has an eye for the expensive things. He quickly recognizes that it's an expandable backpack, and it's so expensive that even if they burn their bones for a year, they still cannot afford it. It's probably an exquisite merchandise from Louis Vuitton. Pause the thrill for a moment, fellas. Are you enjoying the heated battle between the adventurers and Carnivaro? Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and join our community for a thrilling journey ahead. Your support fuels our recap adventure. Despite luring the young kid for all the loot they can grab from Bjorn, he still does not take their bloody offer. Out of consideration for Bjorn? Hell no. His expressions say otherwise. The naive kid appears to be fretted to his core. One of the men decides to step in for a confrontation with Bjorn. It's not the first time they have fought such well-versed fighters, and they are broke too, means they need his belongings by all means. On the flip side, we see Misha, shrinking with fear. She anxiously asks Bjorn if they should run away. They are clearly outnumbered with a 2.5 confrontation, that too being exhausted from the earlier ordeals. Bloody hell, it's a tricky situation. However, Bjorn feels that running is not an option for them. They are up against scouts who will quickly catch them, even if they attempt to bugger off from here. The only way out is confrontation. He then turns to Misha and asks her to stall the showdown for some time, knowing that they aren't after them but the expensive belongings they are carrying with themselves. Geez, looking rich ain't that easy, as we think. However, the revelation flips the adventurers on their arse when Misha introduces herself as the princess from Merfolk. She goes on to offer them more money than their goddamn imagination if they let her get to her destination unscathed. Such lucrative offers. Do Rothschilds live in merfolk? Or maybe the British royal house? Hearing that she is some princess of merfolk, the adventurers are apparently arsed. However, turning back is not a damn option, as if they are on the battleground where the forces have been drawn to the edge of war. They know that even if they spare the two of them, they will still buggering report them for the consequence. It's better to face the music upon commencing a crap crime than just bloody thinking about it. The bloody greed gets the better of their sanity, and they think of her status as a princess even more buggering lucrative to them, since she may be carrying some valuables as well. Putting aside the risks in standing at the odds with Bjorn and Misha, they get into a bloody race on declaring the one a winner who catches them first. Finding the adventurers buggering lashing at them, Bjorn asserts that they cannot sawed-off stall it any longer, and now is the right time for them to counterattack. But the attack from the adventurers is interrupted when a grade 6 monster, Carnivaro, rises, announcing death to all. Fretted by the sight before them, the adventurers wonder how long they have been stranded in the forest. It turns out that Bjorn was arsing around, stalling the showdown until the arrival of Carnivaro. It has been 5 days since the two have been stranded in the middle of the forest. Bjorn shouts at Misha to cling on to him as his purpose has been met, and now is the time to flee. Bjorn is well versed with the fighting preference of Carnivaro. Once confronted, Carnivaro does not shed its chase until it chases down the prey. Therefore, he uses the adventurers as bait and sawed-off fleas. Fretted to their core and caught in the confusion, the adventurers cannot buggering comprehend what has just happened to them until one of them is smacked by the deadly fella Carnivaro. Bloody hell, it's a forest out there. The adventurers are left in a damn dilemma. Checkmate, king, move by Bjorn. With the intention to leave the groove earlier before Carnivaro lashes at them, Bjorn groovily rushes over whatever comes his way, be it the adventurers. As he gets himself at a swankier distance, he contemplates that Carnivaro is now a funky problem, but only for the thieves. On the other hand, Carnivaro, once them all dead, he sits on the land and casts a catastrophic magic mine, surrounding the entire area with a zany pink aura. The once threatening thieves are now hip and zazzy at magic casted by Carnivaro. They remind each other to stay vibrantly vigilant, since there can now be the magic mines around them. And if they casually put their feet on some rad mine, it's game over. It appears that despite being caught in an agonizing situation, they are not done with Bjorn and Misha yet. One of the thieves points at running Bjorn, asking what they are going to do with them, and the other one assures that first, they should deal with Carnivaro. Only once they end Carnivaro will they be able to chase the two, although he is certain that the two won't be able to go too far. Despite being quick to leave before the adventurers could give them a chase, Bjorn and Misha could yet not get themselves out of the bloody magic mines. Bjorn had the understanding that avoiding the magic mines was never a possibility. Therefore, he had decided to damn step on them from the beginning. While Bjorn is running at full throttle, Misha turns his attention to his injured foot. However, now is not the right time to buggering ponder, but to look ahead and run in the way possible. The situation becomes more grim when Carnivaro calls out for the magical hounds and unleashes them at the adventurers. The hounds begin attacking them instantly, and the poor adventurers now have nowhere to escape since the mines are restraining them to a particular area. Only God. There's no way out, as it's some contestant cage fight of WrestleMania. One after the other, the hounds don't spare any of them besides Bait, who hides and prays that she may survive this onslaught, finishing with the adventurers. The hounds now go after the two fleeing from Carnivaro's onslaught. Bjorn's world shatters as the hound sinks its teeth into his foot, triggering a flesh explosion. Suddenly, the lower part of his foot goes numb, sending shockwaves through our hero. A grave notification pops up, delivering a harsh reality check. He's lost a vital body organe. The warning is clear. Unless he takes swift and decisive action, he might bid farewell to that part of himself forever. The stakes just got personnel, and time is ticking in this high-octane battle for survival. Despite being injured, Bjorn's determination is unwavering. He asks Misha to handle cleanup, and she follows his command. Bjorn has thought of a plan to get rid of Carnivaro. He is going to throw it to Carnivaro. He shouts at Misha to clear them all and hurry back. Once fretted, Misha is now flaring in vengeance. She goes all out at the hound and slices them swiftly. Getting rid of the hounds, she finds bait. Asking for help. Misha glares at her, appearing as if she is least bothered by Bait's misery. She then turns to Bjorn and spills out the bloody potion at his injured foot. However, Misha believes that the wounds are pretty deep, and this single potion will not fully heal the injured foot. Bjorn assures her that she does not need to be worried since he can easily endure the damn injuries of this level. In the midst of the showdown, Bjorn dropped a bombshell, revealing his insane regen skills that totally blew Misha's mind. Picture this. His foot gets wrecked and bam! It's back in action, shocking Misha to her core. She's standing there, totally mind-blown, because even the most high-level potions can't pull off a comeback like that. Bjorn's not just some regular dude. He's packing real mage-level mojo. With his immortal seal and vampire essence working in overdrive, he's basically hitting immortality vibes at a whole new level. And get this, his regen game is so next level that he's rocking a crazy 150 on the scale. Translation? Give this dude enough time, and he can bounce back from injuries faster than any potions out there. His raw power and this wild regen stuff even got Misha playing detective, straight up asking, "Who the heck are you, Bjorn?" From brushing off potion pain like it's NBD to regenerating like some mythical creature, this guy's got powers that defy logic. Bjorn's just chilling, saying it's all about that natural mental strength. A gift exclusive to the Barbarian crew. As she spills the beans, Misha goes on to rationalize the actions of this mysterious lady they've encountered. Maybe, just maybe, she had to play the game to protect her own and keep the ones she cares about safe. It's a gritty reality Misha's learned the hard way. Survival often means diving headfirst into some shady stuff to shield your loved ones from the storm. Right in the middle of this deep convo, a pop-up steals their attention. A notification flashing in bold letters, announcing a whopping 109 hours of forest survival time. And guess what? They've hit the jackpot, the only place where they can kick back and rest safely, the witch's hut. As Bjorn lays his hand on the hut, a notification pops up in front of him, sealing the deal. The character then enters the witch's hut, marking the end of this crazy, intense chapter. Wow, what an intense journey we've had in this chapter. From facing a menacing group of adventurers to dealing with the unexpected threat of Carnivaro, Bjorn and Misha have truly been through the ringer. If you enjoyed the twists and turns in today's story, don't forget to show some love by hitting that like button. And hey, if you're not part of our community yet, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on the next thrilling chapter. Now, before we wrap up, we want to hear from you. Drop a comment below with your thoughts on today's chapter. What do you think Bjorn and Misha should do next? Any predictions for the upcoming chapters? We love reading your comments and theories.